I've been coming up here since I was born, actually. And that's the truth. And so vacation up at the Innisfree place for all my life. Moved to Colorado in the 80s. Moved a little closer to Boulder. Kind of been around the Boulder Lines area now for about 20 years. And I lived up in Raymond. I lived at the cabin last summer. For the first time, it was the most time I'd ever spent there. And something kind of got a hold of me a little bit. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the nights or something. So anyway, I kind of put together something just to kind of commemorate Raymond and introduce the community to other people, because most people kind of don't even know it's here. But anyway, so just to give you a little background, sometimes I go by the name Raymond Charlie instead of Charlie Richardson. You can call me Charlie. You can call me Raymond. So. And I'll sing as loud as I can. I hope you can hear. People been calling me Raymond lately, and people who know me by my other name been asking if I'm in trouble with the law or a woman. I just tell them, yeah, but I got some other good reasons too. See, I live up in the mountains in a little town called Raymond. And it's a pretty quiet place, and people kind of like it that way, but it's a hard place to make a living. So a while back, the townfolk of Raymond got together and they decided to create a tourist committee for the purpose of promoting Raymond as a cultural mecca and international tourist destination. Came to me and asked me would I write him a song, some kind of a catchy jingle jangle to get people's attention and make them want to come to Raymond and spend their money. Well, I just thought they were joking, but I thought it was a pretty good one. So I just decided to go along with them. I said, well, sure enough, but why do we need a song? Everybody loves Raymond. Well, I was just smart enough, but they took me serious, and they said, yeah, that's pretty catchy. It's a little bit brilliant. Why don't you write that song called Everybody Loves Raymond, and we'll use it in our tourist campaign. Well, I've been trying to be a serious songwriter and write about songs that speak to the human condition. So I declined, but they persisted, and finally I asked one very important question. What's the compensation? They said there wouldn't be any money changing hands, but if I write the song, I could be president of the tourist committee, and if it was really good, I could change my name to Raymond. So I wrote the Come to Raymond is a Cultural Mecca, an international tourist destination promotion song, and I just call it Raymond for short. You can call me Raymond too. Raymond. Everybody loves Raymond. Come to Raymond CO when you got no better place to go. It's kind of catchy. It's a little bit brilliant. It kind of makes you want to come to Raymond and spend your money, don't it? Got some verses too. Up to St. Vrain, past Park and Dog Rock. Here's a town with no agenda and no bartender. Place has a wild side, take a little walk. Wild bear, if you hope you might see the jackalope. I did see the wild bear last year, but I haven't actually seen the jackalope yet, although I did hope that I would. And I think when I was a kid I saw a picture postcard of a guy lassoing one down at the Raymond store. Shop the Raymond store for all your mountain gear, a souvenir with atmosphere, lots of stuff from yesteryear. Leave your smartphone home, don't work here. The only tweet you'll hear there's a bird flying through the air, but we got satellite TV. Raymond, everybody loves Raymond. Come to Raymond CO when you got no better place to go. Well, there's lots of fun in Raymond waiting there for you. Throw a rock in the creek, maybe even and so convenient. Top of Miller's Rock, wow, what a great view. You can hike if you like, you can even ride your bike. Alright, before I do this last verse, I gotta tell you that there is occasional criminal activity in these parts. Just about every 100 years or so. I know you all think I'm going to tell you about how outlaw horse thief Miller died up on top of Miller's Rock instead of getting caught by the hanging posse, but no, that's a story for a paying audience. What I'm going to tell you about is what I like to call the Big Raymond Bad Weed Bust. Happened up on the mountainside a couple of years ago, just a stone's throw away from Miller's Rock. Seems the word got out that somebody was doing some farming up on the hill. Growing grass, they said, and everybody knows grass won't grow on that mountainside, so the sheriff had to get involved. You guessed it? Marijuana. And everybody knows that there's two kinds of marijuana. There's the good kind, and there's the bad kind. Now, the good kind of marijuana makes people kind of wacky, cures all their ills, makes a little money for the local government, and stimulates the economy. But the bad marijuana, the bad marijuana, talking about the bad marijuana, that gets people high. Well, this was the bad marijuana because the farmer was running around the mountainside with a semi-automatic rifle instead of a pitchfork, and he wasn't shooting target practice with the locals over at Bunt School. And they said that he was farming with some kind of hydrocolonic equipment. Hydrocolonic. I had to look that up in the Wikipedia. They said that that's where they shoot water up into the roots of the plant. And then they hold it there for as long as they can. Cleans them out and makes the plants grow stronger. Farmer got away, but he wasn't from around here. Wasn't from Lyons, and he wasn't even from Boulder. Nobody from Ward would do anything crazy like that. So, because this marijuana wasn't stimulating the economy or curing ills, the sheriff had to come up and bring the SWAT team and clean out all the hydrocolonics and marijuana. Which they said they just about rid the county of by now. Well, marijuana anyway. Well, the bad marijuana anyway. And so, Jerry said down at the Raymond store it was a pretty good day for the local economy. He said he did about $20 worth of business selling soda pops and candy bars to the SWAT team. And now I gotta tie this story back to the song somehow. I need a moral to the story or something. I don't have a moral to the story. So I'll just tell you that if you come to Raymond, Colorado, you can bring your fly rod, your hiking boots, a bicycle. You might even want to bring a good book. But you ought to leave your troubles and your hydrocolonic equipment at home. Because in Raymond, Colorado, we appreciate our visitors, but we don't take any crap from them. Big time truck farm up on the hill. If you are in the know, you can watch the grass grow. Camouflage recommended, what a thrill. It ain't grass, it's bad pot, and you might get shot. Raymond. Everybody loves Raymond. Come to Raymond CO when you got no better place to go. Come to Raymond CO, there's just no better place I know. Colorado, there's just a better place I know.
go get the potatoes.